right, we're live. I hope everybody's as excited as I am because we have this show and then one more to get opportunities to get on the wheel, and then we're going to be giving away the prizes. And you can see I've got a ton of snifters lined up back here, and they don't have anyone's. Well, they have my name on them, but they don't have anyone's name on them yet, so they are unclaimed. But I will be giving some of those away in here of March 3rd. Um, Ooh, that smells good. I have some bourbon poured. Let me go over what bourbons I have. Before I do that, I'm going to tell you tonight is 90s song night. I have a whole bunch of 90s song titles picked out with I forced 10 into it. They don't all have 10 in them. But anyway, that's going to be the giveaways tonight. It's going to be all 90s songs. Starting off, I decided to go tonight with single barrel bourbons. So what I have starting off here is John J. Bowman, Pioneer Spirit, Virginia, straight bourbon whiskey, single barrel, right there. That's the one I have poured. It does smell tasty. I'll pick one of these shortly. They're all about the same proof. This is Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit single barrel. It comes in at 101 proof. The John J. Bowman's 100 proof. And then the Clyde Mays 5 year single barrel is 102 proof. So I'm going to go 100, 101, 102. So that's going to be the way this rolls down. So let me catch up with the chat. Hello, Crazy Ann, Big Daddy H in the house, Teresa LaGuera, how's it going? We are, and since we're so close to the giveaway, I'm going to start doing a put me in for 10 right now. And let me type the first title in here. Y'all are going to get a kick out of this. There we go. Now let me copy it. Start collecting comments. And then I will post it. Deidre Baker, how's it going? I will post it in the chat if you want to get a chance to get 10 entries. Copy what I put and paste it back in. If you're on a phone and you can't copy and paste, I feel for you, but try to get it. It has to be exactly right, or it won't enter you on for the spin because I'm using the StreamYard giveaway tool. All right, I have to take a sip of this. Oh yeah, that's tasty. I like that. John J. Bowman is it's a less sweet. It's got a little sweetness to it, but it's more like a earthy. They call it Pioneer Spirit, but it's like a earthy tones to it, little grassy notes, little bready notes in there, here and there. Let me set my phone. I spun the wheel for the time, and I need to set my reminder. It's going to be at 8 p.m. Everybody gets a trophy. Everybody gets an entry between 8 and 8:15. So let me go ahead and put 8 o'clock down. And we have that set. My phone will start vibrating when that time comes up. I did send some invites out earlier. I put the link in the group chat, and I sent it to a couple of people on email. So we'll see who shows up, and if anybody does show up. I know Jimmy had a thing done today. I don't know if he's going to be showing up or not. What's up, Chatty? Yo. We are doing okay, y'all are seeing it. I'm seeing the comments there. So I don't have to tell you twice. And if y'all ever see somebody putting a hashtag in with stuff on it, just copy and paste it and make sure you get your opportunity here in this 15-minute time slot to get 10 entries on the wheel. We have 8 so far on the thing. So, yeah, like I was saying about the John J. Bowman Pioneer Spirit, if you like a little cinnamon kick in the bourbon too, it does have a little cinnamon kick. Now, it's not Fireball, but it does have, this is one of the ones that does have that little cinnamon kick to it. It's good though. It's really good, and it's coming in at 100 proof. So yeah, it's got some good little, and it's got good legs and body to it. It's got the one thing I do like, and I haven't talked about it a lot with bourbons, is when you pour a bourbon and you can just see around the edge of it looks really sharp and clear, like almost clear right at the edge, and then you get that deep amber going. That's indicative of a higher oil content in the bourbon as well. And so, yeah, you can tell a lot about the way it was aged. And your better bourbons are aged slower, and they have a sharper attenuation or whatever around the edge. And some of them just look like coffee in there or something, but or tea. But no, this is a good. It's not the best I've seen, but it's got a good quality to it. Mm. And it comes through on the palate. Now it doesn't have a super long finish on it, but that's the one downslide on it. But other than that, cool runnings in the house. What's going on? Dixie Hawkins. I already said Big Daddy H and Teresa. Welcome, welcome. We are getting ready. It's this week, and then next week, and then it's the giveaway show. So I have to go this weekend, get another little bottle of that cheap vodka. Still sore from the accident. Yep, I know. Yep, and I had a wreck on a motorcycle one time and slid. Oh Lord God, it was probably 130 feet down a ditch on my back. Because when you wreck on a motorcycle, you just kind of lay down and just go with the flow. And I jumped right up right after it happened. And, I picked the bike up, looked it over, fairing was messed up. The handlebar was bent. So it was pretty much a loss on the bike. But I did fine that night. And they came and took us to the hospital, did x-rays, didn't have anything broken or whatever. And then the next day I couldn't move. I was so sore. And it stove up, overnight, and man, that was in my younger like wild days. I don't want to do that now. If I had a motorcycle today, which I don't have one, but if I had one, I'd be riding very carefully, because what got me on that is we were coming around a curve in the highway, and I leaned that sucker over, and all of a sudden I saw the gravel, and people were pulling out of a gravel road, and it just had gravel strung all up there. And I felt my back tire give, and it was over at that point. So I was going too fast. If it had not been for the gravel on the road, I would have been fine. I had taken curves like that fast before. But if I also had been going about 30 miles per hour less, the gravel probably wouldn't have slung my butt out from under me. But it happened, and live and learn. So there you go. So let me check this little tool here. We got 6:53 on the clock, 9 entries on the wheel. All right, we're building up there, getting ready. Remember, 24 note nosing kit, first prize, 3 sample bourbons marked A, B, and C, a logo etched snifter. Soon as the rocker comes in for the laser engraver, they will be laser engraved and not acid etched, but beautiful. I mean, it all is great. And I love the acid etching as well. But yeah, every time I wash the glass, because I use them, and then I wash them over here, and I do the hot water, and I have like a non it's a non-scented dish soap, so it's just clear with no added you know aromas or anything to it. It's supposed to just be neutral, and that way I don't get anything in the glass that may fool me. And when I'm washing them under that hot water, I thought at first the etching was going away, but as soon as they dry, boom, it comes right back. So if you do get one of the etched glasses and you go to wash it, don't worry, the etching's still there. It'll come back. It just fades. I don't know why, with the wet moisture on it, whatever. Hello, everyone, says Dixie Hawkins. And we are at 6:55. We're stuck at 9 entries, so I'm going to go ahead and spin this so that we can get the next one kind of lined up here between Whiskey Lovers Society. Greetings. If you want to get in for the chance to get 10 entries on the wheel for this 15-minute time slot, it is, I'll post it in the chat. All you have to do is copy and paste that back into the chat, and you're entered on the StreamYard giveaway tool to get 10 entries on the wheel for the March 3rd drawing. And, outside of the nosing kit, the 3 sample bourbons, the glass, the virtual tasting with me, the second prize is a sample bourbon, but a 2-ounce sample, and a snifter. Third prize, you get your choice of either you can get a snifter, a rocks glass. I'll do a beer glass, whatever. And if you want, I'll put my logo on it. So there you go. All right, I'm about to share out and spin this thing. So if you want to get on for the 10 entries, just copy that, getting jiggy with 10, put it back in the chat. Make sure you get all the elements of it in there, or it won't enter you. And now, without further ado, I am going to share my screen, and we're going to see who gets the 10 entries for this 15-minute time slot right now. Boom. And we see, it did it again. If it lands on me, I'll draw again. All the little confetti is going everywhere. And it's Chatio. Chatio, you're building up there a little bit. All right. So we have that one. Stop sharing. And we're back. And then I will prep the StreamYard tool for the next giveaway. Now, what could happen, Belgium, is I ship free anywhere in the United States. We can talk about shipping outside of the United States. There may be an offset cost, but I'll still ship to you. I'll pay up to what I would pay in the States, and then go from there. So let me set up the next one, and I'll let y'all know what to enter on the wheel. It is, remember, tonight's theme is 90s songs. And some of them you may recognize, some of them you may not. I don't know. We'll see. And this one's Baby Got 10. And all I did was I had a little more time today. Now, I did put the entries from last week in my document, but I didn't do a community post today. I spent the time getting my bourbons ready, getting the theme list for tonight. We've had a lot going on at work, and I've also been doing a few extra live streams here and there. Plus, I changed my video format from VR180 as a regular over to regular video posts using a Nikon D7200 instead of the Insta360 VR180 camera. But duty, there's ways around paying duties, but you just mark it essential oil or whatever. But anyway, um, and it's aromatics and essential oils. Aromatics, it's a nosing kit. Essential oils, right there, and they are essential. Mm. But they're such small samples, so they're not going to detect it with weight. If I tried to send this bottle over, they would know the weight and they would be like, "Whoa, what is this?" And they would probably, even if they X-rayed the package, they wouldn't. Little vials in there. All right. Mm. Man, that is essential right there. That is good stuff. I'm recommending that for a lighter weight. I mean, it's 100 proof, but it's you know has some really good flavors. Again, the finish is not super long. I wouldn't like put it with a cigar probably, but for like a little enjoyment sipper, like maybe a pre-dinner sipper or something. Yeah, it's good. 100 milliliter sample. Dang. And 40 euro, for those of y'all who are not aware, is more than 40 US dollars. I don't know the exact exchange rate, but it's probably like what, 44, $45 or something US. I don't know the exchange on it. Somewhere along in there. Um, but yeah, it gets pricey. Whiskey Nose, happy Thursday. We're getting entries on the wheel right now. Hashtag Baby Got 10. We're doing 90s song titles for the Carla having fun. Welcome for the 10 entry giveaway every 15 minutes, except for 8 to 8:15. That's everybody gets a trophy. Yeah, man, I joined Marty the other night on a stray. That was fun. My daughter called, and I was getting ready to jump on with Marty, and I couldn't stay like for long because I was like, "Let me jump on there for a little bit, and I'll call you back." And uh, so she's got my granddaughters, so I have to give her a call back. um, but Big Daddy H and Dixie is going to be coming here in April. So we'll do the March giveaway on March 3rd. We'll do, the weekly show through March, but toward the end of April, like it's around the 20, I think the 21st is a Thursday, and I'll be doing that one solo. But the next Thursday, I may get them to make an appearance on screen. At least one of them. I know he will. She may not. I don't know. I'm not going to pressure her. We may even have a pick the guitar just a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. But I normally get together with the family and we play cards every Friday night. Just about every Friday night. We take breaks here and there, but we get together and we play on Cards Mania, and we play a game called Oh Hell. And my parents join in Arkansas. My son joins in from Kansas City, and I join in here from North Carolina. And we play on laptops pretty much, and we sit there on speakerphone and we can talk to each other. Will be on with me for sure. All right, and Big Daddy H already has a hat, so he got one of the Bourbon Bounty logo hats, so I don't have to give another one away. That's another thing. If anybody is in the local area and you appear with me in studio on the show, you get a Bourbon Bounty logoed hat. It's just a given. And I have 3 or 4 of them down there on the bottom shelf where you can't see. Still, I know I've been threatening to do this. I'm still going to get that shelf up there. I'm probably going to go sometime this weekend and do it. But when I get it, I have to mount the brackets and I have to stain it, and then you have to wait for the stain to dry, and then you have to varnish it, and all that stuff. So I'll see if I get that this weekend or not. But I think the weather's supposed to be nice. Oh, I did play disc golf for the first time last week. Last Saturday. We didn't play on Sunday because it was Super Bowl, but we got back out first time after winter, stepped up to hole 1. Me and Fu Manchu, he comes on here every once in a while in the chat. But me and Fu Manchu, we play disc golf, and all through the summer, spring, summer, fall, we play 2 rounds every Saturday and 2 rounds every Sunday, unless we're traveling or we're otherwise busy. We'll put it off. But man, we're religious about that stuff. But I stepped up to the first tee pad after I haven't thrown a disc. I mean, my disc golf basket's been sitting under a tree out here. I have a practice basket. First dang thing, I grabbed the disc and I swick it down there, and I mean parked it right under the basket. And he was like, "Man, it's like you never stopped." But I said, "Yeah, just give it time." And hole 2 didn't fare so well, but I did get 4 birdies on the round. But we won't talk about how many double bogeys I had. But my strong game on disc golf is hitting my lines and then my approach. I park a lot of mid-range approach shots from anywhere from 200 and down, maybe 180 and down. I will park them right under the basket. So a lot of times my putting doesn't have to be that good because I only have like a 7-foot putt left. And tunk, there it is. And if y'all don't play disc golf, you have probably no idea what I'm talking about, but you can Google it or look on YouTube and watch them play a little bit. It looks easy. It's not. Of course, the pros always make it look easy. All right, we're at 7:08. We are baby got 10 right now. We'll keep this going, and we are just getting entries on the wheel tonight. But if anybody wants to jump up here, I did send the link out. If you I know Marty stepped in for a minute. I don't know if he's still here, but Marty, if you're here, I emailed you the link. And I also put it in our group chat on Facebook. So if anybody, wants to join, no rush or anything, I'll keep it going. But yeah, we're just looking to get entries on that wheel, and I want to see people having fun, sipping along with us. Of course, we have the Sip Along Saturday that I do with Joe, and he came up with the name Falling for Bourbon. I think some of us in here know why he came up with that name, but it was one that. And here's my advice to anybody: if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, come up with several names, variations of names you want to use, and Google them and see what you get. And because he wanted to do West Coast Joe, because he moved here from California. And we were calling him West Coast Joe for a little bit, but when he tried to do the YouTube channel, it's like, look, when we Googled it, there's a rapper out in California called West Coast Joe, and he is just dominating the algorithm. The Put Me In is at 8 p.m. Eastern. So 50 minutes from now is everybody gets a trophy Put Me In. So We Googled it, and it was just saturated already. The algorithm was gone. And oh, excuse me. Oh, goodness. Anyway, if you're going to start a channel, come up with variations on the name, Google it, and see what doesn't come up. And then when you find the name you want, start pushing content, start getting out there, and you will take over the algorithm for that name. So even if someone copies you later, as long as you're maintaining dominance over that name, you will always, unless some big corporation or something does it and they have all the money in the freaking world to overtake you with that algorithm. But otherwise, you will maintain it. But don't start behind. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't start behind, because if you try to, and I'm making something up, but if you try to name yourself Coca-Cola, you're never going to get. No one's going to be able to Google you and find you. Shark Home Brewing says, "Crap! I jumped on the wrong Zoom call again." Well, we're on StreamYard, so I don't know. Hugo's Go Karts HD, how's it going? And Hugo, I've seen you in the chat a few times, and I'm not sure if it's been on the Thursday show or not, but I was trying to put your entry in the thing, and I was shocked that you have one. You have one entry on the wheel. But right now it's 7:12, and we're about to spin for the next put me in for 10, and it's hashtag baby got 10. Because we're doing 90s. Oh yeah, Shark Home Brewing just put it in. So yeah, there you go. You got to get some entries, man. We got to, and there's going to be plenty more opportunities tonight. I have this one that we're on now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There'll be 6 more after this. So if somebody gets extremely lucky, they could have 60 entries on the wheel. You know what I mean? But or Chadio could have. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 80. But I don't think that's going to happen. Been doing a bunch of Zoom calls. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, and we're getting away from Zoom at work. We're going to Teams, Microsoft Teams. But a couple of my folks in my area have to keep Zoom because Teams limits you to 300 people on the call, and if you have the Pro Zoom, you can go beyond that. And I have like a training and awareness person, and we have thousands and thousands of tens of thousands of people in the organization, and she has to do these big bulk calls, and there may be like 700 people on the call, so she had to keep it. All right, I'm going to share this out, and we are going to spend this 15-minute time slot to infinity and beyond. Here we go. And if you missed this one, don't worry. We're going to have another one right after this. So let's see if it lands on me again. I'm the luckiest guy on here, by the way. Oh, Steam Fire and Ice. Cindy, congratulations. Steam F and I 10. And baby got 10. That was what she won on. And now we'll stop sharing that, and I will set up the next one. So we'll do a little refresh on this screen, grab the correct broadcast, put in the hashtag. I like this one. And y'all will probably recognize this one as a 90s song. Start collecting comments, and I will post it right here. Bam. Semi-Charmed Life on 10. Semi-Charmed 10. So again, I put a little effort into it tonight. I had a few minutes, but I gave up the community tab post to do this. So but I will put it out there. Probably this weekend. Like I said, I put all the entries from last week into my document. That's the most important part because that's the document that I select all and paste into the wheel. So, yeah. So don't worry if I didn't do a community tab post. I still have your entries, and we have a few people that's got a lot, but we're still doing the OG Fest. GoFundMe, but I stopped pushing it for now because OG Fest got put off from this coming fall till the next spring. But I'll get back into pushing it again here in the summer. And I just don't want people. I mean, if you want, for every dollar you give to the GoFundMe OG Fest page, you get an entry on the wheel, but there is no charge for the prize drawing. It's just you have to be here giving me views and watch time and putting stuff in the chat. That's all I'm looking for. And I really, really want to help folks that want to learn about bourbon. That's the number one thing. That's why I started this channel in the first place. And that's why I'm doing the nosing kit and the sample bourbons and the virtual private tasting, and we'll sit down and go through it. Robert Strickland, how's it going? Welcome. We're doing another Put Me In for 10 right now. It's Semi-Charm 10. People are posting it in the chat. If you see it, either type it exactly right or copy from the chat and paste it back in, and you will be entered for a chance to win 10 entries on the wheel March 3rd. So next week's the last week to get entries on the wheel. Then we're doing the prize drawing. And any entries given away that night go toward the next quarterly drawing. So after this week and next week, that's it. Yeah, Blue Farm jumped up a little bit last week too, I think. Let me check that out. No, it wasn't Blue Farm. Who was it? There was it was Dixie H and Big Daddy H. RB, that was the one I was trying to think of. And I haven't seen RB in the chat tonight. I know he jumped up the other night when I was doing a impromptu kind of stream after I had a virtual tasting with Buffalo Trace Distillery. And yeah, they sent me some stuff and had a virtual tasting. It was vendor sponsored. So, but yeah, it was fun. The Sazerac Rye is not bad. I'll tell you that. I actually kind of liked it better than Buffalo Trace, the regular Buffalo Trace. Now, if we're talking Eagle Rare, okay, not so much. But also, if you're joining late, right now, my theme bourbons for tonight are single barrels. I am drinking single barrel bourbons tonight. The one I'm sipping on right now is John J. Bowman Pioneer Spirit. Really, really good, tasty bourbon. It's not quite as sweet as some, and it does have a cinnamon kick to it. It's really good, a little peppery, but not so much on the finish. Next, I'm going to be jumping over to Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit, also a single barrel. The John J. Bowman comes in at 100 proof. The Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit is 101 proof. And then the Clyde Mays 5-year single barrel is 102 proof. So that's my kind of theme for tonight. And I'm, did I miss the drawing? Or did we just start? Wait, no, I missed it. Oh, let me spin this thing. Dang, I get to talking. And why did I hit invite? Share. Share screen. Or we only missed it by 5 minutes. That's all. We'll spin it. We'll spin it. All right, semi-charm 10. No, wait, no, wait. I did not miss it. I still have a few more minutes left. I miscounted. 6:45 to 7, 7 to 7:15. This one's 7 to 7:15 to 7:30. All right, got it. I need to put my times down. But yeah, I miscounted one. So yeah, we still have time. Oh yeah, and I'm saving the Clyde Mays for last, but I did them in order of proof. So it was 100, 101, 102. And so I do have other single barrels, but these just lined up. Excuse me, the stars aligned on these. Of course, I have other single barrels. I have other lots of stuff, but as soon as I get that other shelf up there and fill it up, you will be able to see the expanse. And I'll have to move the camera back. My problem is I'm going to have to move my studio desk back as well, because right here under the camera is my laptop. And I like to keep it below the camera. And I could stay here and move the camera back, but then you'll see the top of my laptop. And I don't like to have that. At the Jug a few weeks back, we have a place. No, that's Juggerheads here. The Jug. What's the Jug? Where is it? And I'm assuming it's some kind of bar or something. Kathy Bates, welcome. I see you up there. I've been kind of. I try to keep up with the chat, but with all the put me in for 10 entries, it's kind of, it just goes. Zoom. Columbus, Mississippi. All right. Good to know. So Clyde Mays, Columbus, Mississippi. All right, at the Jug. Mr. Great Shot. I see you there too. You've been putting your entries in. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. It's just we're getting kind of a little bit popular, and it's hard for me to keep up with all the people popping in and out and all that. But I'll try to stay up here on it. I did. I think I called out. Yeah, I did. Blue Farm. There we go. All right. I think we're getting caught up here. And if anybody just wants to shout, and I have blue wrenches, so I've given away several. I don't know who all to, and I don't bring up YouTube at the same time as this stream. So if people want to shout channels out, go right on ahead. That's fine. Yeah, we're here to have fun and grow and help each other grow. So yeah, if y'all want to shout out channels or whatever, just go for it. And the ones I gave blue wrenches to, I trust y'all. So y'all aren't going to put like porn crap in there. That's the zapper, the ones we zap when they come in. Remove those posts. And we're not getting them tonight, not that I've seen, but boy, on these impromptu streams, when I just jump up, we tend to get the little porny links come in from Can I Buy a Vowel on whoever's name is up there. Who was that brought up? That was I think that was Samantha Lee's original or something. She brought up somebody on the chat, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm just here to post porn." It's like, what? You just got to come out and say it. I mean, came up on panel. It was like, okay, you go for it, but not here. All right. Yeah, Mr. Great Shot. That was good having you on stream. That was last night, wasn't it? Man, we did like 7 hours and something. I forget. But I had done the Buffalo Trace thing, and then I got to a point where I was like mellow, and I was drinking like the Miller Lite and all, and then we had some good conversation going. We had a good time, and we just kept going. And finally, I was like, whoa, I got to go to bed. But All right, 7:25. We're going to give it a couple more minutes. If you're just coming in, it is Semi-Charm 10. I don't see any in the chat right now, but if you didn't grab it, here it is. If you copy what I just posted in there and paste it back in, if you've already done it, it only gives you one entry. But if you do it again, it'll put you. If you do it for the first time, it'll put you in on the drawing. We have about three or four more minutes. I'll spin it, and then I'll cue the next one up. But now we're here to have fun, and man, I'm surprised nobody's jumping up in the basement down here. The invitation went out, so to a few people, but yeah, I can keep it going though. I try to keep y'all amused and keep the conversation going. And if y'all have any questions or something, just put it down there in the chat, and I'll react to it. Last night, let's see. Said, I need to set up a spot with better lighting if I come on again. Well, I mean, yeah, and I've, it's not, if you're going to grow and you're going to like have a big channel, yeah. I mean, the lighting, I would suggest that, get a good cam, all that stuff. But if you're like, we don't mind. But I have a ring light over here that was like, I don't know, $20 on Amazon. And all I use it for is to get rid of a shadow in this corner or diminish the shadow in this corner. But I have big studio lights up. I mean, I'm behind the hot lamps up here. And if the lighting is what gets you better quality. And I have my stream cam, and I went through the settings and I set it up for like bright white light. And it just makes it look sharp. I'm not saying it's not a good camera, but it's certainly not a DSLR camera, and I'm not gonna go through all the shit to set that up. So I want it plug and play because I'm usually running out of time before I start these things anyway. So I got one of the best, if arguably not the best, plug and play camera. It was about 100 and something bucks for it, so it would not like break the bank, but it's all about the lighting. If you want to really keep folks engaged, but otherwise, yeah, if you just come up on stream, man, don't worry about it. Yeah, we'll keep it going. It's all about the conversation then. But yeah, you'd be surprised what you could do with just a little ring light. The new trailer for Elvis. You know what? I saw the thumbnail for the new trailer for Elvis, but I haven't watched the video, the trailer on it yet. I actually saw it when I was trying to set up for this, and I saw a guy that didn't look much like Elvis, but hey, the hair maybe, but looked like a young version of somebody that doesn't really look like Elvis, that whatever. But no, I haven't watched it. But when I saw it, I was like, oh, I got to go back and watch that trailer later. But yeah, I did see the thumb pop up. Evan Ross, welcome. And yeah, we're doing a 7:29, too late now. I'm going to share my screen, but we're going to do another giveaway right after this. I'm going to share my StreamYard, and we're going to spin this 10 entries on the wheel right here for Semi-Charm 10. And it is going to land on Neighbor Girl. Congratulations. Let me write this down, and then I will stop sharing, and we'll queue up the next one. And what's going to happen here is tonight is 90s song titles as the theme. And every 15 minutes, I'm giving away 10 entries on the wheel to one lucky winner. Oops. I hope this fits. Yep, it did. And this 90s song, I bet most people are going to know what this song is. Bingo. Nothing compares to 10. All right. So all you have to do is copy what I pasted, or copy what I pasted. Copy what I did paste it, but copy what I put in the chat and paste it back in, and you will be entered. StreamYard will enter you for the next 745 spin for the who gets another 10 entries on the wheel. And we have this week, one more show next week to get entries on the wheel, and then it's the my little logo up here in the top of the screen will have the prize wheel on it, and we will be spinning for prizes that night, March 3rd. I get excited about that show. I try to put a lot into that show, and the what we do on there is it builds up to the giveaway. But any entries that night, the wheel's done. I already have the wheel populated. They go to the next quarter. So, but I do give away entries for the next quarterly drawing on the night of the spin. And then I have to go to the mailbox or post office, and I have to do. Well, at first I got all my packing stuff, my packing tape and everything, and I keep every piece of bubble wrap that I get. Anything that has like those air pillows in it, any bubble wrap, any of the stuff, the packing material for any of the stuff that we order from Amazon or whatever, I keep it in a closet. And that's what I pull from to package all your stuffs. All right. I see some entries getting posted in there. Oh, Be More Bourbon. Yeah, you've got some entries on the wheel. A few. You need to certainly put the Nothing Compares to 10 in there because you need more entries on the wheel. All right, the John J. Bowman. And if you're just now joining, I'm drinking single barrels, 100 proof, 101 proof, 102 proof. John J. Bowman, Pioneer Spirit, Wild Turkey, Kentucky Spirit, which is what I'm about to pour, and Clyde Mays 5-year single barrel. So let's do the Beware of Wild Turkey right here. All right, got my little snifter poured up. And I'm using the old throwback full color Bourbon Bounty vinyl glass. It's the only one I did. And I didn't like it. I like it, but it was too much work. And some of the little detail has come off of it after washing several times. And I don't want to give you all subpar product. So not going to have this available until I figure out how to get the permanent vinyl on there the best I can that won't come off. Oh yeah, Twisted Art, man, save it all. Because if nothing else, even if you had all the money in the world, it's a pain in the ass when you don't have what you need when you need it. And it's just nice to have all that stuff in there, just ready to go. Ooh, that's good. Wild Turkey makes some good stuff. Oh man, yeah. Now I like the John J. Bowman. All three of these are going to be good. The edge on this one's not quite as sharp as the John J. Bowman, but now the Kentucky Spirit's fine bourbon. Good slow trails though. Good oils, and the Kentucky Spirit has a longer finish on it than the John J. Bowman. That's the only thing. If John J. Bowman had a little bit more potent finish and longer and hung in there longer, I would probably give it a 91, but I'm in the high 80s on it. But the flavors are there. It coats the tongue really well. It just doesn't linger. And I got hardly any warmth off of it at all. You know, the hug. Um, even at 100 proof. So, you know, but I drink stuff that's like 130 proof every once in a while. And I think I've kind of burnt myself. Mm. Oh, that's tasty. That's tasty. I took a pretty good little swig of that one. I might have to slow down a little bit. We still have a lot of time here to go. But yeah, we're doing a nothing compares to 10 right now. Hashtag to get on the wheel. 7:36. We're going to run this up to about 7:42 or 3, and then we'll do the spin for that 15 minutes. Then we'll do one more, and then at 8 p.m. we're doing a put me in. Just everybody gets an entry. All you have to do is type "put me in," and you get an entry for free. So you don't have to be lucky. You just have to be present. That's why I call it "everybody gets a trophy," because you know it's like the little league, or the not little league, but the little peewee stuff. You know, so everybody gets a little participation trophy. That's what that is. And if you add them up, even if you're the unluckiest person in the world, and all you do is show up to the stream every single week, and you're there for that random 15 minutes, because I spin a wheel to see when it's going to be. If you're there for that 15 minutes and you type "put me in," you will have like 12 or 13 entries on the wheel just from the weekly shows. So, you know, that's nothing to scoff at. Mm. I can't believe how many people are leaving me stranded on an island tonight. Pamela Ross, what's going on? How's it going? I don't believe, well, not quite yet. Not quite yet, Pamela Ross. We'll do the put me in at 8 p.m. Eastern. But right now, it's hashtag nothing compares to 10. The number 10 gets you an opportunity this 15 minutes to win 10 entries on the next quarterly drawing, which will be March 3rd. So, yeah, or just look back in the chat, or I could post it again because it only gives you one entry anyway. So it's not going to give me another one. But yeah, if you copy and paste what I just put in the chat, you will be entered. And then we'll do one more, and then we'll do the everybody gets a trophy, put me in. No, it has to be exactly. It has to be exactly. So please put the spaces in. Or stream. It's a StreamYard giveaway tool. I don't have any control over it, so the capitalization doesn't matter, but the spaces do. Yeah, what Peppers just put in. Yeah, and that will give you, well, a chance to win. I can't say you will win, but that will give you an opportunity to get 10 entries. And we're doing this one and 4 more after that. So because we're ramping up, and next week, there it is. You're in right now. You're in the drawing. Oh yeah, no, I actually twisted. I did a lot of a lot. I did a quick Google search for 90 songs, and I just scrolled through a bunch of them. And you know, it's hard when the song only has one word in it. But I found stuff that I thought, hey, they'll get this, you know, and try to got a little spin. So I actually had time to prep. Yeah, that does help. That does help. I was wondering. I was wondering. mm. helps me have an idea of who you are. But yeah, no, it doesn't help your chances to win. No, as much as a lot of us like to say, the wheel is actually not rigged. And I know that well, I brought this up before, but we play cards on Friday night with my parents and my son and all. And I have somebody in the basement I'm going to bring up. Hey, Sid, how's it going?
Well, hello. I didn't hear what you said about Rock 10 Roll.
Oh, I said I went, I Googled and I got a bunch of song titles already written
Oh,
out.
cool. Well, Rock
So,
10 Roll is a good one.
yeah, and I may use that, coming up. And what was that song? Well, there's I Love Rock and Roll, and then there was uh, yeah, there's some with rock and roll in the title. I'm just having a hard time. The old time rock and roll is what I was thinking of.
Yeah, and Rock 10 Roll ain't noise pollution.
Hmm. Yeah. No, I've actually right now we have nothing compares to 10. We're going to be living 10 Vita Loca. We're going to be unbreak my 10, 10 in a bottle, and losing my 10 legend tonight. That's
Nice.
what they're going to be. So, but yeah, we'll get to them here coming up. 7:41. We got a couple of more minutes on the nothing compares to 10, and then and I actually listed them all out tonight. So the people who win, their names are just by them. You know, it helps out a lot.
A little more
Doing it that
organized,
way.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll start doing using this moving forward uh, for all my shows. But sometimes I just don't have time. If I get stuck on a bridge call or something from work, I may not get out of work till like 6:15, and I start at 6:45, and
Yeah.
it's kind of tough. But my last call today was with someone in the chat, and after that, I started. I had time to prep for this tonight show. So,
Nice.
oh, so
Man, I really hope my art logs are about to be back.
yeah, I hope so too.
Standing
And
on my head over that a little bit.
yeah, and your the game nights, man, and I may look into that, but see, I don't want that to be my shtick, you know.
Well, I don't want it to be my show either, but I wouldn't mind if it's my show once a week or something.
Right,
Like
right,
it,
once a
like that,
week.
like Saturday maybe my game night when my art comes back.
Right, yeah, and because that oh, what's it called? Quiplash.
Yeah,
Yeah, boy, that's a fun game. I love
it
that
is
game.
a fun game. That's everyone's favorite game, but I have to break away from that game and play other games. Otherwise, we would get sick of Quiplash.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. But I mean, my family and I've been playing the same card game every Friday night forever. Uh, but eh, yeah, it's just what you get into. But yeah, but if you start off with one, and then hey, we're going to do Quiplash next, and then go to something else, that's cool too.
Yeah, and on Quiplash, I'll usually play it 2 or 3 times before I break into another game. But
Yep.
I do have to break it up.
Yeah. What's really
I
fun is
might.
when. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I might follow you with a game night actually.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. And but yeah, that Quiplash, I'm going to go ahead and share this out so I can spin. I'll keep talking. But the Quiplash is a lot more fun when you have like 20 people watching and they're voting, even if they don't
Hmm.
want to play.
Yeah, when we
Uh,
have like 5 in the audience, that's always better.
yeah, hey, but if you want to
It's
set
gonna
up a
be
game,
twisted this time, y'all.
so
It's gonna
let's
be
see who.
twisted.
Let's see. Let's see. It could be twisted. It could be. Again, if it comes up me, I'll spin again. Blue
It's
Farm on this
Nikki.
one.
Congrats,
Nikki,
Nikki.
congratulations. Blue
I have
Farm.
only won one of the entry giveaways, but it was the first one you did, I think, where you give away 25. So
Oh yeah, yeah. That was. And I normally do that on the prize night, like to cue the wheel for the next quarter. I'll give
yeah,
away a larger sum of entries. All right, let me set this next one up, and we'll get it started. For the
So I
yeah.
was telling my son that he said that he's gotten into wine tasting and stuff like that because he's in culinary school. My oldest is 23. Um, so I was telling him that I have friends that are spice chasers, which he's into that, and I also have like bourbon tasting friends. And he was like, "Bourbon?" I said, "Yeah." So I told him that a friend of mine does giveaways for a nosing kit, and if I ever win it, I'm giving it to my son. He wants it.
Awesome. Well, here now I want you to use it first. But
Well, I told him that I would probably share the nosing kit with him, so he and I would both be together doing it.
and if you win and you get the virtual private tasting and you want to bring someone, yeah, do it.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I think.
Yeah. So this 15 minutes here is Liventon Vita Loca. So we are putting entries on the wheel, and I hope I don't break the wheel. But
You're gonna
I've
break the
seen,
wheel.
I have seen 21090s wheel before, and mine
Yeah.
looks like that. It's got that like blank spot on it, but they're all there. You know, it's just there's a lot of entries that go on that wheel.
Hi, Sandy. I didn't see you. Hi, Carla. Having fun. Hi, Hugo. I haven't hardly said hi to anyone. Hi, Chadio.
All right, well, we have an opportunity here because everybody's posting their put me in for tens.
Hi, Evan Ross.
And we have had a couple of weeks, well, a couple of entries, here and there where someone has won twice.
Hi,
We've
neighbor
had,
girl.
yeah, and I just changed the one to a two by their name.
Yeah, it's really cold here. Let's see, it's 37 degrees, but the real feel is 28. And this is Texas. We don't handle 28 degrees very well.
It is 67 degrees outside. Well, let me refresh that.
Oh, that's not nice. Hello,
That
Robert
was at
Strickland.
3:18 this afternoon. Oh, it's 67. Yeah. So,
That's rude.
oh,
I can't stand this real feel 28 crap. I'm not built for that.
oh, I got to show y'all something. Look at that. That is Rocktown. That is single barrel cast strength Arkansas bourbon whiskey right there. And that I will review that in April. Well, the end of April or early May. We'll see. I'm excited about that one. That's on its way. It will be here when Big Daddy H comes, and we may even review it together here. I don't know. We'll
And
see.
hello, Big Daddy H, and Cool Running, and Pamela Ross. I hope I've gotten everyone now. I like to say hi to everyone.
Yeah, David Bay's down here. Robert Strickland. I know that the
David
Rosses are in
Bates.
the house.
Well, where's your friend Art B tonight?
I don't know. But he hung in there with us pretty good
I
last night.
liked him. He needs to come back.
Yeah, I kept telling people he was a politician, and I don't think they really believed me. But yeah, he's the mayor of the town of the colony, North Dallas.
Yeah, a city near me.
Hmm. Oh yeah, man. He's been on. I remember when he got placed as the board of regents for the college for his alum. Um, that had him rubbing elbows with a bunch of multi freaking oil millionaires. But I was like, "You go, boy. You hustle." 26 degrees here. Tampa hit 90. Well, yeah. But I'll take 67 all day, every day. I wished it was like 67 all year round, but it's perfect world. I can get used to it. Well, but then, you want hotter weather if you're going to swim or whatnot, I guess. I like water. I
Yeah,
like nature. But
I like water sports. I like being out in the heat in the water.
mm, man, I grew up southeast Arkansas, and it is humid and hot in southeast Arkansas. And I remember being in Texas after the military, and I lived in Texas for years, like over like 15 years at that point, and went back to Arkansas. But before then, I
Mhm.
had been in Montana. I had been to Japan. I had lived there for like almost 4.5 years. Then I went to Missouri, and I'd lived up there, and I went to Texas after that. And I went to Arkansas in the summer because somebody had to die in the summer, and went to a funeral. And yeah, I'm joking, but they probably wish they had more time. But it was hot, and it was the type of heat that when you walk into it, you immediately sweat, like
It's
immediately,
thick. Yeah,
thick hot. And I remember
yeah,
I,
that's
I
Texas
wore
heat.
I wore a suit
Yeah,
because it's a funeral, right? So I had a suit coat and slacks and a button up shirt, and I'd taken my suit coat off and I hung it over my arm. And we're trying to be solemn and pay our respects, and all that. And when I went back to the car and I took my suit coat off my arm, it was just wet from here to here. Like, I'm talking
yeah.
drenching wet.
I don't know how you can wear a suit coat in that
Well, it's one of
because
those
I
where
know
you
exactly
suffer.
what heat you're talking about.
Yeah, you suffer through it because of the occasion, right? If it was someone's birthday, fuck you, right? I'm not wearing a suit, but
Y'all, if you
they're
go
not
to a
for the.
funeral in Texas in the middle of summer, like July, August, you can
Hmm.
take your coat off. Just make sure you're wearing a nice shirt and tie.
Hmm.
Be dressed nice, but you don't have to
And that
wear a
was the
coat.
thing. I took the coat off, but I hung it over my arm, and man, I mean, my shirt, and I had a blue. I think I had a blue shirt on. I remember that. And when I took the coat off my arm, I thought, wow, my sleeve. And at first, you know how you have those little like half-second things that flood your head. And I thought the
Yeah.
sun faded my shirt, but it's so dark blue here on my arm, for a second. And then I realized it was because it was soaking wet. And I was like, oh, wow. Yeah. But yeah, fun times, fun times. See, if, well, if, there's no if. When I die, I hope people throw a party. That's what I want. I don't want people sitting around
I want a
like,
party too. I want a 40 proof salute.
yeah,
Bailey.
give me a 40
I want a
bourbon
40 proof
salute.
salute. Sorry, it's working.
I
There you go.
want I want 40 different bourbons at the party, and after that, y'all are on your own. And for Cindy, have one of those big tankards of Fireball sitting over there. And really, I want people to
I want a
celebrate
party. I want it to
because
be like a potluck dinner.
yeah. But honestly, I've had a great life. Why be sad about it? We're all going to the same spot. You know. Some of us will get there a
Death
little
is
faster,
unfortunately
but
one fact of life.
hmm yeah. Now
No one
I wrote a
escapes it.
memoir for my kids, in it I was like, look, if you don't like the path you're on, get on a different path because all of the
Yeah.
paths lead to the same gate. And
same destination ultimately.
yeah, same destination. So get on a path you like and don't suffer through a path you don't like because they all lead to the same end gate.
You're driving what bus, Cindy? I wish you'd get up here.
Oh, she gonna drive. No, Cindy gonna drive the bourbon truck. That's what it is. Cindy, everybody will be sitting around going, "Oh, Jody, man, oh, it's so sad." And Cindy's gonna drive up, "Wah, bum, bana, bana, bum, bum, bana," and it's a bourbon truck, and the lights are flashing. And it's like, this is what he wanted, you know. Yeah, I want people to have fun, to have a good memory, you know.
I'm driving the crazy train.
Yeah, Anthony
Choo
Ross said,
choo.
driving the struggle bus. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it feels that way, but you know. Oh no! Instead of like the dun dun dun, I want the ooga horn. Yeah, drive up and start blowing that horn. Yeah, yeah, and I was talking about this earlier today, and I never mentioned it. When I was, you know, how in the military you can get like the equivalent of like a CDL, right? Commercial driver's license. And all it takes is like you to go down and drive through some cones and something, and they're like, "Yep, you're good." And then all of a sudden you can drive like a 40 pack bus, or you can drive whatever, right? And I was like qualified for all this crap. And I will say this: it is extremely difficult to get a big blue Air Force bus to do donuts, but it can be done without ice. Now on ice, it's easier, especially if you have a dry spot with no ice, and then you get the front wheels on it all cut over to the side, cram in the front brake, and hit the gas. Yeah, it'll spin. But yeah, they gave us leniency to do stuff that they probably shouldn't have at our age.
Chatio, why are you not on this stream?
Yeah,
I
where
know
the hell's
you're out
Tanya?
there. I know you're in chat. What are you doing?
All right, well it's 7:57. I'm going to spin this one so we can do the everybody gets a trophy coming up here in 3 minutes. So I'm going to share my screen and StreamYard and to infinity and beyond. And there's a whole bunch of beautiful Samanthas on the screen. And then we'll switch over here to Livingston Vida Loca and see that.
Twisted.
Oh my God,
Neighbor Girl. Congrats,
I
Neighbor
just
Girl.
brought that up earlier.
Neighbor Girl's doing pretty good on that list, I bet.
Yes. That all I had to do was turn it into a 2. Now we're not gonna do the unbreak my 10, 10 in a bottle, and losing my 10 religion. My 10 religion is coming up, but before that, 8 to 8:15 is going to be the put me in the whole thing. And there, speak of the devil.
Look,
Here
you
is
guys,
a-
peer pressure is good sometimes.
I already had it up. I just had to click it. I was taking care of cleaning up
Hi,
after
Chatio.
dinner. Hello.
Now, y'all know I'm going to prep you ahead of time. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm glad you're here, Chedio, because when I start the everybody gets a trophy,
Mm-hmm.
I have to really pay attention to the chat, and I'm not as engaged.
Yep.
So here in about a minute, we'll start that. But okay, y'all
Okie
go.
dokie.
There's your little skinny tiny cat sitting there with his pink collar.
Yeah. He's talking
Hi,
to you.
Stella. Bite him.
Bite him.
Bite him. Bite his nose.
She kind of did last night when I got home. It was love
How dare
bites,
you
though.
leave me?
No, they're love bites. She was excited to see them. The other two cats were pissed.
My thing about cats is though, like you get down there face to face, and the cat's expression never changes. It just looks completely indifferent to you.
They're just like,
Oh,
you're
well,
a dumbass.
okay, it rubbed you a little. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. There was a little emotion there.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. We're going to start.
Okay.
Start. Put me in. All you have to do is type "put me in the chat, and I'll write your name down, and you get an entry on the wheel. So,
I was ahead of it. Crap.
I was behind it. I'm pretty
okay,
sure.
there's Chatty-O. I see you.
It counted
Good
anyways. I was like right before. I was like, crap.
Twisted.
Hello, Alex Briere.
Hey, Alex, what's up, buddy?
Beam.
What's up, Be More Bourbon?
Hey, be more.
Alex.
What's up, Mr. Gray Shot?
Hey,
Be
Hugo.
more. I love it when
Thanks,
people keep attending because I don't have to put the whole thing in.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Strickland.
As he owns Strickland Propane.
Well, I wrote the whole thing down on that one because I'm not sure about it.
James
Hugo.
Ross.
Okay, I got Hugo. And
Hey, James.
That's a great shot. And I like calling these names out just in case I missed something. Y'all can go back and say, oh, you didn't say my name. Neighbor girl.
Oh, hi, Joey.
Hello, Newfoundlander. And what's up, Joey?
Let's see here.
Hey,
Neighbor girl,
Newfoundland.
Crazy Ann. And they may come in a little different order than other people see them. Cool
Mhm.
Run.
Hi.
Alex Briere. James Ross.
Mm-hmm.
Big Daddy H.
No, hi, Joey. Doing well, Hugo. I'm doing well. Finally back home.
Evan Ross.
Wish I could have stayed down in Florida longer, but parentals were going on a vacation of their own.
Okay. Oh, Peppers. All right. So I'm caught up for now. There's 25 people now. I know I didn't write 25 names down. So,
Yeah.
but we may have some out of the country folks watching, and sometimes they don't always
Mhm.
enter these things. Did a Newfoundlander Ingalls family put me in yet? I don't believe I saw that.
No, Newfoundlander Ingalls family. You need to write "put me in" so you can.
Yeah, type "put me in the chat, and I will write your name down. It's the only stipulation.
Oh, yeah. Mm. Wow.
I'll wait. I'm watching the chat. James Ross, just in from the Bahamas, home of the clear bourbon. Oh yeah, well, it's not quite bourbon.
Yeah, that's
All right,
funny.
Newfoundlander.
Oh, we'll go back. Hope the Bahamas were nice, James. I'm jealous.
I would really, I mean, I can't wait for the kids to get just a little bit older because we're going back to Disney this year. Lazy Nate, I got you.
All right.
And I would really like to go somewhere different than to spend like 10 grand to go to Disney World. But
Universal's a little cheaper.
yeah, well, they want to go to the Mouse and the Star Wars. I mean, I love Star Wars. Don't get me wrong. I was born on May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. I mean, I'm a Star Wars freak. I love it, but it's not
I'm
all
a Star
about,
Wars lover too.
you know.
All of my ringtones on my phone are Star Wars.
Yeah, and I got you, Newfoundlander, Ingalls family. I got you down there.
I don't even know what my ringtone is. I haven't had my ringtone on in a long time.
So when I get a text message, it's R2D2. When I get a messenger message, it's Chewbacca.
Nice.
And it scares the
Yeah.
shit out of me sometimes.
That's fine.
Yeah, because you don't need a park hopper with virtual Disneyland. You don't need a meal plan. You don't need to get all this crap. Let me show you the shirt. This is one of the shirts I was wearing before I changed into my Bourbon Bounty.
Mm.
So I mean, I am all about Star Wars all the time.
I think I
And
have one Star Wars shirt.
I have probably 7 or 8 of them, and one of them's like the Star Wars periodic table of elements, and it's got all the baddie guys on it, and everything.
Oh hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I
I like
have some
that one.
Star Wars stuff. I have some shirts, and I have an R2D2 hat, like a winter hat. That's
Mhm.
really cute. Let's see.
Yeah,
Everyone in my
Fulton,
family has Star Wars crap.
I will post a link the last several minutes of the show, but I'm not going to put one out right now. I send the links out to a few select people, and I'll put it on the group chat that we have on Facebook. And then, at the end, toward the end of the show, I will post the link in the chat, and we can end the night there. And I'll bring up a few people.
You guys, in general, when you're watching someone's show and you want a link, my suggestion is wherever you're connected, send them a message.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And if they don't notice it, tell them in chat, hey, check your messages or whatever. That's
let's see.
I like when people are like that.
Fulton, Square Table, Kitty Purrs, type put me in right now. We're doing everybody gets a trophy. Just type put me in, and I will write your name down.
5 to go.
All right. So right now I have
Hi, Kitty.
2, 3, 4, 5,
Hey,
6,
kitty.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 18 names written down. It's PUT space ME space IN. That's all you got to type. And you can even type something weird as long as it kind of looks like put me in, and I will put you in.
Well, Joe, you could give it to Lep if you win.
You could, or you could enjoy the shit.
Yeah.
Leia got nice tits. Yeah. A deep fake. Yeah. It's like, see, if Photoshop had been available when I was a teenager, I probably would have learned a lot about how to erase things.
Right?
I'm not so into it now, but yeah, I don't drink. Well, yeah, but the nosing. All right, whatever.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's cool. More for the rest. But thanks for stopping in.
Mm-hmm.
I am giving away, Evan, a 24-note nosing kit based on the wheel. The Bourbon Society came up with a nosing wheel, tasting wheel, and it has the grains and the florals and different things, all nuts, the woods and all that stuff all the way around. And I came up with 24 notes off the wheel, and I designed my wheel specifically for bourbon because that's the notes you kind of get through different bourbons. And I won't go over all the notes. I don't have time, but it's a lot. And you get the 24 note nosing kit, 3 sample bourbons that I marked A, B, and C. A is a beginner bourbon, what I call it's not like a Jim Beam like base model. It's like one that is up but not too complex. You get an intermediate bourbon and an advanced bourbon that is complex with a lot of notes. And then you get a snifter. Let me grab one. You get a Bourbon Bounty logo etched glass to try them out of. And you also get a virtual private tasting with me. and I will walk you through all three bourbons. We'll start with A, go to B, go to C, and then tell you, kind of guide you on what to use out of the nosing kit and all
Hi,
of that.
Shernette.
Sure, Nat Williams, check
Hey,
your email.
Shanette.
if you have time to come up, check your email. I did send you a link. So, but that's first prize, and second prize is I'll send you a fantastic 2-ounce pour of a top shelf bourbon on my shelf, and I have some bourbons up here you cannot get anymore. I mean, they don't make them anymore. And I'll send you a 2-ounce sample of that and lay snifter. And then the third prize is just the glass, or you can pick any other, like a beer mug, a pint glass. I'll put the logo on it and all that. So I give away three prizes.
Heck yeah.
All right, Clyde Mays coming up. Here we go.
Oh man.
All right, Clyde Mays 5. This I always try to say the best for last. You know that, right? I started with the John J. Bowman, and then I went to Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit. Nothing wrong with either of those two bourbons, but cha-ching, I got the Clyde Mays single barrel, and the theme tonight was single barrel bourbons. This one you can see is the darkest of them, which means, oh, excuse me, for a 5-year bourbon, it was probably aged warmer. In a warmer environment, it extracts more from the wood that way. But wow. Whew, the notes on this thing are fantastic. The money team is in the Daytona 500.
Yeah, Nate, I just saw them watching it now. That's pretty darn cool. Kaz Gralla, I think he's an Indy driver. He was driving that car.
Oh,
Beautiful
wow.
livery.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was a good bite of food right there. That is a really good bourbon. That Clyde Mays 5-year compared to the other two, I mean, they're all good. And I've said this 100 times. I don't. There's not very many bourbons I would kick out of bed, but I'd put a ring on some of them. And not that I would pick Clyde Mays as my end all be all forever, but it's a good bourbon. It's a really darker, noted, multi-noted, but well-balanced bourbon. Now I have some. If I had to choose and I could get those bottles for the rest of my life, I would actually pick. And it's 8:13, so type put me in if you haven't done it. I would actually pick probably the Bellmead Cast Strength Reserve 2006. I think that would be the one because it's fantastic. It is so good. But they stopped making it's from 2006. And you know how we always talk about the Bourbon County Stouts and all that stuff. And we talk about year to year, it being better or worse. It's the same thing with bourbon. All right, so I'm about to type stop. Put me in. And I'm waiting on the little number to change. If someone wants to type put me in, you've got a few more seconds. Hurry. I'll write your name down. You'll get an entry on the wheel. Sure, Ned, why haven't you typed put me in? Because you have like 3 entries or something. And then right after this, we'll do another put me in for 10 giveaway. All right. Oh, Pamela Ross jumped in there like, wow.
Right at it. Look at that.
All right, I got you down, Pamela. Pamela Ross, right there. You're in. Wow, that was close. And now I will refresh this and get ready for the next put me in for 10 here. Hashtag. Here we go. Copy. Start. I love this StreamYard giveaway tool, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Break my 10. And that's the next one. And good luck to everybody. And start copying and pasting or try to type it exactly right.
Oh yeah. Oh man, what'd you move? Okay.
But no, I mean, it's always a little bit easier for me when other people are up here in different ways. Yeah, Pamela Ross had skills. Yeah, that was like, wham.
Yeah. That's funny.
But now that I mean, that worst part is the trying to watch the chat and trying to make sure I get all the put me ins. I mean, that's really the hardest part of it. And this one, I can just go on and it'll collect. And I try to watch if somebody puts something in wrong. I'll be like, oh, I don't think it's going to take that, you know.
Yeah.
But like Be More Bourbon is fine because I don't think it, like the capital U doesn't matter, like the capitalization. It's just, but yeah, that's good. And I know some people are on phones and they complain because they can't copy and paste.
Yeah.
Yeah, I taught Big Daddy H how to copy and paste.
Nice.
So he's got it now.
You just want a couple of these.
The Bourbon Heist on Netflix.
No.
I have not seen
I
that.
don't really watch Netflix anymore.
Here and there. I actually watched something on Netflix today, but I keep having to pause it throughout the day, and like I'll have like 15-minute stints, and I'll play, and then I'll pause, go to my next meeting, and stuff like that. And I watched, but on I watch it on like the Google Nest Hub. And so you don't get a full menu. I can't go like searching for stuff. It's just like whatever it pops up, I can just hit play on for background noise.
There you go.
It's about Pappygate. Well, it's funny that it's called Bourbon Heist because I have a what are the shit? What's that called? Pinhook. Yeah, Pinhook has a bourbon called Bourbon Heist. I mean, that's it right there.
Oh, nice.
They have different releases that come out, and that one was Bourbon Heist, and the one from the year before was Bohemian Bourbon. But yeah, they've had a Bourbon Heist release. But yeah, the Pappygate, I mean, that was all about well, yeah, I guess, but some of that got hyped up. But I tell you what, Buffalo Trace, and I talked to the guy last night when we were doing the thing, and he was giving some insight on it. And he's like, they started in 2017, and they've already dumped $1.5 billion into it, and they're increasing their production 3 more years. If you can hang on for 3 more years, you'll have all the Blantons and shit that you want. Yeah, Bohemian Bourbon. It was a Pinhook release of their base bourbon.
Nice.
But Bourbon Heist was the last release, and the Bohemian Bourbon was last year. Well, I say last year. It was. I think I have a 2020 and a 2021. So
I'll be right back.
2 years
Mhm.
ago. Yeah, I'll have to watch that. I mean, I'm interested to see. Hopefully, they did a good job on it.
Yeah. I'll finish up the series
I
I'm
know.
watching now, then I'll hop over to that for sure.
I mean, I've had. I mean, I have two horse heads over there, or two horsies. You know, I mean, I've had Blantons before. It didn't impress me a lot at all. I mean, it's fine, but if I can get Eagle Rare, I don't give a shit. Yeah, but I mean, it's a fine bourbon, but there's nothing on it. There's nothing about Blanton's that makes me want to keep going back and like really travel and search it out and try to find it. And I mean, I could have bottles of Blanton's back here if I wanted them. I have hookups. I can say, hey, can you ship me something? I'll come get it when I visit and all that. But it's just never. It's not one. Now I would drive 1,000 miles to buy a bottle of Pappy 23 or MSRP.
Oh, nice.
You know, I would do it because to me that would be worth it. Oh yeah, I agree, Bourbon Baller. And now I've had the Pappy 21 and 23. I've had the old rip. I tell you what, though, the Weller CYPB is amazing. It is really, really good. Now, the Antique 107, I can take it or leave it. I mean, it's good. It's good. Don't get me wrong. But I can take it or leave it. But the CYPB is my favorite, but below the Pappy line. And all of these I'm talking about, I've had snifters in, like $20 a pour type thing,
Mhm.
you know. But yeah, I go to Kentucky. I travel around and I try stuff and I, get things poured for me and things like that. But yeah, there are so many bourbons out there that cost next to nothing actually that are just fantastic. But that mouthfeel you get off of a slow aged bourbon in a cool environment down in the bottom shelf, that's funny
Mhm.
because in a rick house, the barrels on the bottom shelf become your top shelf bourbons.
Nice.
And it could be the same exact mash bill. They just age so much slower down. And that's where you get, because if you try to put a barrel in a hot climate and call it a 21 year, 23 year, it's going to taste like skunk.
Let's see. All right. Sorry, I'm back. Just trying to take care of something real quick.
Oh, that's fine. See, 824. We are on Unbreak My 10 right now. Let me see how many entries we have. Oh, we have 19 entries, and my little eyeball up there says we have 20 people. So that's good. So I won't keep harping on it. We'll spin that thing here in a couple of minutes and see who gets the 10 entries for this 15-minute time block. I get all my BTAC, Pappy, and Weller at MSRP. I pass on a lot of it, though. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I would drive because I can't get it here. If I could get a bottle of even, it doesn't even have to be the 23. I mean, I would take, but I would drive for like the $189, $250, whatever. I would drive a long way and get it and bring it back. I would drive even further if they'd let me buy 2 bottles of it and bring it back because it'd be more worth my time. But if I could get some CYPB, that I'm telling you, man, that CYPB on the Weller is so good. I was actually more impressed with the CYPB than the Pappy. But if Antique 107 winked at me, I'd probably marry it too. So, yeah, we used to say that. We would talk about, how guys objectify women, and I'm not going to go into all that. But anyway, we would say, oh, is she a 10? Right. And people would be talking about, oh, she's an 8. Oh, she's a 6. Oh, she's this. And I'm like, I don't know if she likes me. Let's see, are the best in the Weller line. Yeah, Bourbon Baller. I agree with that. But I said, if she likes me, she gets 2 or 3 extra points. So it's like, why do I want to rate somebody that won't give me the time of day? I don't get all of that. But anyway. Yeah, and I have the one I have not tried is the William LaRue Weller, from the antique line. I really want to try that one too, but I haven't had a chance to try it yet. No, I only have one. I only have one, Carla. But no, I was talking about somebody could be a 2, and if they're like, oh, Bourbon Band's cool, well, automatically they're like a 5. Best bourbon under $50. Ooh, that's a tough one. There's going to be several. Man, bourbon prices are going up, and there were some that I liked, and I can't remember exactly. And prices vary geographically. Oh, okay, Bourbon Baller, great. But under 50 is tough because right around 55 to 65, they start getting really good, on some of them. And some of them you can overpay for, and you can spend $55 and go, why did I buy this? But, that's what I do. I buy a bunch of crap so you don't have to. But Old Elk, if you can find it for under 50, depends on the release, depends on the ones. I've had good luck with Old Elk under $50. There are some of the Wild Turkey releases that are under 50 that are good. All right, Robert. Duly noted, man. Doing the Lord's work, I guess. It's like, oh, Cooper Craft, early time. Yeah. Well, Old Forester, though, now that's a tough one because Old Forester 1920 is my favorite, and it's over 50. I mean, there's a lot of good. Okay. Hell, I like Old Tub here and there. I mean, I'll drink it. It's just few noted. I was trying to think of something that would wow you under 50. And Rebel 10, Old Ezra, Early Times, they're okay. But the Statesman is a lighter version of the Bottled and Bond. Old Forester from the Murderer Row series. If you can find any, if you can find the Old Forester Bottled and Bond for less than 50, if not, get the Statesman, and they're the same mash. It's just that one's Bottled and Bond and one is 95 proof. But the 1920 is typically going to be over. It's going to be over $60, but it will wow you. Yeah, I buy bad bourbon so you don't have to. That's right. Henry McKenna's another one. But again, I don't remember what I paid for all these. And Rare Breed tends to come in over 50 for me. And now the Kentucky Spirit is a junior version of the Rare Breed. So these two bourbons, and this was a single barrel on the Kentucky Spirit. So these are the exact same mash bill, but the Rare Breed comes in at 116.8 proof. It's barrel proof, which means they distilled it or barreled it at a lower proof. But the Kentucky Spirit, exact same mash bill, is 101 proof, and this will come in under $50. This one could topple 50 just a little. Now, when I say that, it might be 54. I'm trying to stay under 50 with my stuff here. So, you know, but I mean, hell, Elijah Craig, just the regular old small batch is okay. You're going to get a lot of vanilla, a lot of caramel, and a lot of apple and pear, and maybe a little honeysuckle if you dig for it. But that's about it. You're not going to get a good finish. You're not going to get good oak notes. You're not going to get pipe tobacco leather, any of that stuff. You're going to get base bourbon notes because it's kind of watered down. But I think I paid a little over 50 for a Rare Breed though. But if we're talking about now, if we change it to under 60, like 50 in the 50s, now you've expanded my list a little bit. I know people that swear by Wild Turkey 101. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But when you start getting into Kentucky Spirit and Rare Breed and things like that, Wild Turkey 101 becomes Listerine at that point. Oh shit! It's 8:32. I gotta spin the wheel. All right, so let me share this out. StreamYard to infinity and beyond. We won't look at all the Chattios. We'll just focus on all the Samanthas. We will hit draw.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah. Go for Twisted. Come on. Twisted Heart Lady.
Crazy.
Man. There we go.
Man,
Every
I
time I
haven't
wish
seen.
for myself, a female wins.
Well, I haven't seen Crazy Ann in the chat in a while, and she's here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me set this next one up because I got to hurry because it's already 8:33. And this one is going to be hashtag.
Yeah, awesome, man. That's great.
Okay.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congrats.
Good night, Evan.
And this is supposed to be a take on Genie in a bottle. So it's Tinny in a bottle. And I tried to spell it like Genie. So it's, it's whatever. Anyway, it's the worst one I had. So there you go.
That's funny.
It doesn't matter what it says. You just put it in there. You'll be entered. Man, that Clyde Mays is a really decent bourbon. Conicum Ridge Distillery. All right. Straight bourbon whiskey. And here's another thing too. If you're buying any bourbon, try to get a straight bourbon. And so the law is bourbon cannot be distilled at whiskey in general cannot be distilled at higher than 160 proof. So neutral spirits can be 180 to 100, whatever, 200. but you're not going to get a 200 because you'll die anyway. Um, but distilled at 160, it cannot go into the barrel at higher than 125 proof. But after that, it can only get its color from the barrel. You can't color bourbon. You can't add color. You can't add flavor. It has to come from a 51 or more percent corn in the mash. The rest of the grains have to be cereal grain, but it can be 100% corn, right? But typically, you're going to get a 65% corn. A high rye will call like maybe 25 to 30%, whatever, then you'll get like a couple of percent of malted barley or something, but wheat and a wheater is like the secondary grain. But 51 or more percent corn, distilled at no higher than 160 proof, barreled at no higher than 125 proof. It has to be aged in new oak barrels, unused. They can't have been wine barrels. Now you can finish bourbons, but that's a different thing. Then no color, no flavor added. It has to all come from the grain and the barrel and all that. A lot of the flavor that you get out of bourbon comes from the wood sugars released from either charring or roasting the inside of the barrel. And it makes those wood sugars come out. And that's where you get your caramel, your vanilla, and those type of things. Other than that, bourbon, they can put White Dog in a barrel for 15 seconds and pour it into a bottle and call it bourbon. There is no minimum age for bourbon. Now, when you get into straight bourbon, it has to be aged at least 2 years. And it used to be that they had to disclose the age on the bottle if it were under 4 years. But nowadays, it's more like, well, as long as we disclose the age, like 2.5 years or 2 years, 3 months on our website or whatever, as long as it's publicly available, they can call it a straight bourbon and not put the age on the bottle. Now, real straight bourbon, where they don't have to disclose an age at all, has to be aged a minimum of 4 years in that barrel. Then you have all of your heat attenuation going on, through how you age it, how fast it's going to age, how much color it's going to draw, how much bitterness or wood tannins it's going to pull from that barrel. Your bourbons that are aged in a hotter environment are your lower year bourbon. They're getting a lot of color and a lot of flavor really fast, and then they're bottling it and putting it on the shelf. Your really advanced bourbons are aged in a cooler environment for a much longer time. They take a longer time to extract the flavor. They take a lot longer to extract the color because it's a cooler environment. But those are your Pappies and your CYPBs and all of that shit. And they know from the get-go where they're going to put the barrels in the rick house and how they're going to bottle them and where they're going to be. So anyway, there's a little bourbon knowledge coming out.
Nice.
But that Clyde Mays 5, I mean, I can tell you it was aged in a warmer environment, but only for 5 years. Look how dark it is. I mean, slightly warmer than others, but yeah, you can't get a 23-year-old bourbon aged in a hot environment. You're never going to get it. Yep, 4 years old. That's the other bottled and bond. You know that your bottled and bond, it has stricter rules, and they have to attest to all these rules were followed. Bottled and bond is always 100 proof. And that comes from the original proofing of bourbon. So, the original proofing of bourbon, they didn't really have a way scientifically to proof bourbon back in the 1800s and all. So what they would do is they would lay out a line of gunpowder and they would pour the bourbon over the gunpowder and it would be wet. And if they lit it and it had a steady blue flame, it was 100% proof that it was 50% alcohol. That's why 100 proof is double the alcohol content. And that's where bottled and bond kind of comes from. The bottled and bond line was from the original bourbons that all bourbons used to be about 50% 100 proof. That was how they were measured and sold. So there you go. Historical bourbon knowledge. I'm full of it. Ask me anything, I'll tell you. And if I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. But that's where we are. 8:41. We are about to the tinny in the bottle. And then we're going to be losing my tin legend after that. And then, Samantha, are you going to do a game show?
I might.
I mean, what I was going to suggest is if you want to, you could set the stream up for 9 and we can post the link here and possibly get some people come over for, if they don't want to play, they don't have to play, but if they want to just vote, as a audience, that would be all right too. But we can drive traffic. We can bourbon bounty raid your stream.
I'm just worried about my computer crashing.
Man, and for whatever reason, I lost connectivity like last night once. I think it's Spectrum. I'm on the gigabit, so I should have plenty of stuff. But Spectrum's been having problems in the neighborhood lately. But if I do come over, well, I will if you start it. But if I do come over to Twisted, I am going to drink beer because I've had 300 proofs of 50% or more alcohol by volume in the last couple hours here.
So I'm curious if there's interest in the chat for games tonight.
Okay, so if you're interested in possibly joining in either to vote or play in a Jackbox session of Quiplash, and we can we start with Quiplash?
Yeah.
Okay, so I know you said you don't want to burn it out, but yeah, we can jump over to Twisted Art Lady and play a little Quiplash after this. I think that'd be cool.
But if my computer is crashing, I will not be able to do games. We'll just.
I know. Lazy Nate said he'd play. So I'm going to share this out, and I know this was a short one because I was late on the last one, but I'm going to do this one so we can do one more. I just want to get one more in tonight before we stop.
Nice.
So
I'm not even in a rush to start games if you want to go a little longer.
I mean, I can.
Let's see who wins this. Twisted.
Fulton.
Fulton. There you go.
All right. All I got to do is write Fulton. I know who that is.
That's fine, Carla. Everyone has their own channel, you know.
Now, Fulton, did you say you were 21? I don't know.
Yeah, he is over 21. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
One more. I'm going to set up one more here. Well, it's the last one I'd planned on, but if I go longer, I may do more.
Now, if Mr. Fulton wins, I do suggest like you check ID.
Oh, I have a prize claim form that I make people fill out, and it protects me legally. They are attesting to their age. My wife's an attorney, so she helped me set it up.
Nice.
That's
Sweet.
Now, this one's a little tougher because I put the number 10 in it. But anyway, losing my 10 religion. It's kind of weird looking, but it's losing my religion. And then I'll do the what did you say earlier, Twisted, about Rock 10 roll?
Yeah, I love Rock 10 roll.
All right, Rock 10 roll. We may do another one.
I like that.
I don't know. It was just something about that song from REM that was just like losing my religion. You know, it's just like mellow all the way through the song. I really like that song.
Nice.
All
right.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to beer after this. I'm not going to drink any more bourbon after this.
I'm on beer right now, and it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm drinking a pickle beer.
I'm gonna start putting some of these bourbons back on the shelf. Kentucky Spirit. I am gonna move my Beware of Wild Turkey sign. I'm gonna move it down here behind these bottles, and I'm gonna get that top shelf up there. But
Nice.
oh yeah, this one was over here where you can't see it. And y'all don't realize I have so many bourbons down here you can't see. That's why I want to get that shelf up there. It's like Glad Maze. And I have these in no particular order, by the way. I just put them up there where there's room, and I kind of spread them out and, all that. But I may go through and organize them at some point. But I have 100 and, gosh, I had at one point like more, but I think I have about 136 bourbons. And when I say that, I have more than that because I have duplicate bottles, but I'm talking about individual unique bourbons. I have like 130 of them or so.
Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah, because I buy whatever I don't have and I bring it home,
Yeah.
But I started my channel to be like a normal people drinking bourbon, like not the people that run out and get like a case or 3 of Happy. This is supposed to be, hey, what would I want to go buy? And you walk into, and if you walk into certain liquor stores, I mean, the bourbon section can be daunting depending on what all they have. And I just want you to have an informed choice going in. And maybe take some notes from a couple of reviews I did and be like, hey, if they have this, I really want to try it. But if they don't, here's a couple other things he said was okay, and not worry about wasting your money on stuff. I'll waste my money so you don't have to.
Well, I appreciate that. Because you guys have actually like maybe look in liquor stores. Like that'd be interesting to try one day.
So, Bored Old Fart, I don't know. I can't say that your entry took because the ellipse is connected to the end. I don't know if
Yeah.
that will work. If you had a space in there and put but why, I would be more confident about it. But because the dot is connected to the end, I'm not sure. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
I just don't want you to miss out on having a chance on the wheel
Mm-hmm.
if, from a minor semantic. Mm. But I hope everyone has had fun tonight.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's my goal here is to entertain and have everyone have a good time and have a chance to maybe win something.
Mm-hmm.
But why again? I think you got it now. I think
Yeah.
that'll take. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and the reason I have to change these up is because the StreamYard giveaway tool goes back and looks through the entire stream for a match. So if I put the same thing in every time, people that entered like between 6:45 and 7, they would get an entry every time. And so I have to change it at least a little every single time. So I use like song titles and stuff and just
Mm-hmm.
You could do movies too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I've done that too. And yeah, I did but one time I put 10 hard for Die Hard, and that didn't go over so well.
That's funny.
And when I first typed it out, I put that 10 in me, and then I put I put that 10 on me, and I would do that. I was like, yeah, that one's a little it's a little out there. I mean, I don't have anything against TBMA, but that's not my goal.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I know I've said this on other streams. Words are words, and I don't. It's all about the what you mean by it when you say it, right? And I'm not talking about certain things that there's no, there's no use in using the word, but there's a few taboo words I won't use. But things like fuck, or because I will say shit, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And if I say it like in a fun way and this is my bro,
Mm-hmm.
but if I say, use a lower tone and I go, shit, dude, what the fuck, man?
Mm-hmm.
Are you stupid? I mean, now I'm being derogatory to somebody.
Yeah.
And, the words are not in the words themselves, it's how you use them. And so I'm a fan of the English language. I, like using words, and there's etymology behind all of these words. And I don't see harm in it. And I don't go to church, so I don't have to use church speak. But no, I don't like cuss every other word or anything. And I don't do that certainly at work. And I keep my business acumen about myself, and I keep professionalism, because I never know who out there is not who out there may be sensitive to certain things, and I try to be mindful of that. But if you're on my stream, you either like it or you don't, and I will say whatever on here, and it's just my time to relax, and
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to entertain, and I'm not trying to be a shock jock for sure, but I'm going to share this out. We are going to share the screen.
Oh yeah.
Crazy Ann, man, I've been buying all these cameras and everything. I'm going to get me one of those damn PlayStations or something, and I'll join you, but because I just want to hear you cuss and stuff. StreamYard, a whole bunch of beautiful Samanthas, and then we'll jump over to Yaw. Ooh, wow.
What?
Austin won twice in a row?
Dang.
Dang. Well, that's the rules, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna put a 2 down and mark that off. Now, that was my last one I had planned for tonight. But if somebody else wants to go live, I've had a lot of views tonight. I don't, I'm good. If somebody else wants to capture the views,
Well, I said I would do a live.
okay. Have you set it up?
No.
And how do we raid you if we don't have the link?
All right, I'm gonna set it up.
Okay.
Yay.
Yay! She's gonna set it up. We're gonna do some Jackbox. We're gonna play some Footlash. And when you set it up, Twisted, please put the Jackbox link for the game in the private here, so that Chatty-O and I can have a seat at the table, and then you can do whatever you want after that.
Yeah. Pretty please.
Yeah, pretty please. I'm gonna grab a beer.
All right.
Got to stay hydrated, children. Yeah, you have to stay hydrated. After all that bourbon, you want to drink a good spiked water.
Right?
That's right. This is the key right here.
Yeah, I'm trying to get through this beer.
Yeah, 2 winners, 1 twice, but hey,
Yeah.
that's the way it goes, man.
I mean, I saw earlier when you first started, I did win one, so I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, next week I'll do the same type of format as this week, because it'll be the last, and I may even do some 20s next week.
Ooh.
Just because it's the last week before the drawing. And anyone who's still here, remember, you have to be present to win. If we spin you and you don't comment in the chat in a reasonable amount of time, we're going to spin again. So you have to be on that March 3rd. Mark the date. I won't draw until about 8:30. So maybe 8:20 ish, but I will be giving away entries for the next quarter. During the prize wheel day, but no new entries for that drawing on March 3rd. They'll all be for the next quarter.
Nice. Wow, that's coming up quick.
I mean, we have next Thursday, and then the next one is the drawing. So here we are. A can or a bottle? It's called a coddle. I coddle this because it's a can bottle. It's what they invented. You know why they came out with this 16-ounce can bottle? Because baseball, football stadiums wouldn't allow glass.
Oh, that makes absolute sense.
Right.
Yeah.
So they created this to sell at games. But I like it because it's a thicker aluminum and it holds the cool in.
Yeah, those are cool.
All right,
And I
there's
get
your
it.
link.
What's that?
Right.
There's your link.
It's in private.
yay.
And those bottles are reusable too. That's what's so cool about them.
Oh, I'm going to click you the link here shortly. Okay, are we going over? Or are you about to go live?
I'm
Let's
about to.
Let me
send the link out.
pull up
Just a little bit.
your YouTube link. Not the I won't post the one you just gave us, but I want to pull up there it is. Jackbox Games. I'm going to copy this. And I want people to do a Bourbon Bounty raid right over here on this coming up real soon,
Oh yeah.
like in the next few minutes. And we're going to play Quiplash, and you can either try to get on to join and become one of the characters, or you can just vote. But it's a good time. Spend at least another hour with us or so. It's a good time. It's a really good time. And vote for me, but you won't know who I am.
But
but
I'll
anyway.
probably go for longer than an hour.
Oh, right. But I'm just saying, if we can get people over, maybe we'll get them hooked and they'll stay a little longer.
I'll probably go for a long time, actually. I'm going to
Oh,
jump
I-
out of here and go hit my intro.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Do that,
See
and
ya
then
there.
we're going to wrap
Be there in a
this
minute.
up. We'll
All
wrap
right.
this up.
Did y'all
and
link
put
it in chat already? The YouTube link?
I'll put the YouTube link in the chat. Yes.
All right, cool.
Bourbon Bounty Raid. Come on. Just when you crash over there on that YouTube link I posted, just put Bourbon Bounty Raid and let her know you came from here. And then we will crank up some Jackbox games and have a good time. But guys, it's after 9 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up as always. Please like and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications, and I promise I'll keep bringing you videos and live streams.
Nice.
See you next week.